whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Good morning to everyone. I hope all are fine. You are studying also. Okay. Again we are coming to study. Today I am teaching that yesterday's rest of the part, the treatment of specific reserve. Okay, that only we are studying today. And some more questions for getting that topic very clear. Some question also we are solving. So till now, from the admission of partnership, in this chapter we studied calculation of new ratio and sacrificing ratio, treatment of goodwill, revaluation of assets and liabilities, then treatment of accumulated profit and losses, and specific reserve. This much topic we completed by today. Then next day's class will be based on all this topic. Means in one question, this all the things will be there. So you revise what are the topic I given earlier, that everything you revise. Otherwise, when we are going to the next, we are going to solve the coming questions, it will be very difficult for you. Okay. So next our class will be on Tuesday. So today is Friday. Then some holidays, some days are there to complete the. If any doubt is there, you can ask through that WhatsApp group. Okay. If we are studying regularly and every day I am teaching a small topic only, so that you if you are studying the same day, if you are not lagging that one, then easily it is not difficult. Okay, it is very simple only. Okay, so I am inviting you, listen carefully. Now we can see how we can treat the specific reserve. Okay, so here the treatment of this workman compensation reserve and contingency reserve, that will be same. For these two items the treatment will be same, and investment fluctuation reserve we will study separately today itself. Then firstly we can see this how we can treat the specific reserve of these two items, and this will be given in the balance sheet, and if some more informations are given, according to that extra information, that information will be given outside the balance sheet. Depending upon that information, the treatment will be we have to treat in different ways. So with the help of one question, this we can study. Here illustration 43 I am explaining, and question 43 will be homework. Okay, illustration 43 I am explaining, you listen carefully. Here it is saying that A, B and C are partners sharing the profit in the ratio of 2:1. Three partners are there. Then they admitted a D, a fourth partner. They admitted a D for 1/4 share with effect from 1st April 2017. An extract of their balance sheet as at 31st March 2017 is as follows. In the balance sheet only one item only given, that is a workman compensation reserve. The amount is 80,000. Then outside the balance sheet it is given, 4 cases are given. Okay, show the accounting treatment under the following alternative cases. So different chances are there, that is given in this question. First case is if there is no other information. It means nothing is given in the after the balance sheet, nothing is given. Then how this 80,000 is treatment. Then second choice, if a claim for workman compensation is estimated at 50,000, it means in the future we have to meet 50,000 in this name. Okay, to the workman compensation. If something happened to the workers, any accident or something is happens, that is we estimated that 50,000 is the actual liability under this name. So how we can treat this 80 and 50? That is the question. And the third case is if the claim for workman compensation is 80,000, here it is 80, here also 80, then how we can treat this two item? And the fourth case is that the claim is more than 80. So claim of workman compensation is estimated at 1 lakh. So here the different cases are, one is no information, and the second one is that the claim is less than this amount. Third case, claim is equal to this amount, and the fourth case is claim is more than this amount. Then here commonly if you are saying about this one, by comparing to this item, if any balance is there in this account, means this is more and this item is less, then some that after adjusting this amount, some amount remaining is there, that will be we are treating like a treatment of accumulated profits, means that amount will go to old partners capital account credit side in the old ratio. Okay, then whenever I am telling, when I am explaining, giving the journal entries, this will be very clear. So first case, there is no information. So here the journal entry will be, then the full amount 80,000 that will be profited, because in the future there is no claim under this name. So this full 80,000 we can distribute among the partner. Then the journal entry will be, here old partners are three old partners are there, A, B, C. Then workman compensation is a credit balance item. We need to distribute it. So we are debiting that workman compensation reserve. So the journal entry will be workman compensation reserve. Debit to A's capital, to B's capital, to C's capital. Then here the workman compensation given in the balance sheet is 80,000. Then it will be distributed in 2:2:1, that is the old ratio. So 80,000 we have to distribute. So here 32,000 will get A's share will be 32, B is also 32 because 2:2:2, then this will be 16,000. This much will be their share. So first case is over. So this we are treating this way. No claim, that is why this full 80,000 was we can treat as a accumulated profit. This full 80,000 we are distributing among the partner. Suppose the first information, the case first is the claim here no information means a claim is 0. Okay, if any claim is there, they will say that the claim we are expecting this much amount, like that it will give in the question, but nothing is given, it means no claim. That is why full 80 will be profit that we are transferring among the partners. So first case is over. Now we can see second case. If a claim for workman compensation is estimated at 50,000, so here the treatment will be in every case workman compensation reserve we have to debit with the full amount. So in the second case, workman compensation reserve we have to debit with the full amount. Then here claim is how much that you have to credit, and that claim we will show in the new balance sheet liability side. What is the claim? That claim we are going in the coming days. That is why that much amount we have to pay. Money payable will be a liability. Liability we are showing in the balance sheet liability side. So here the actual claim is given in the question. It is 50,000. So here claim for workman compensation. Claim for workman compensation. This is how much it is given in the question, 50,000. Then 80,000 we debited, in that 50,000 we are keeping as a claim. Now how much difference is there? 30. That 30,000 will be profit. Okay, the excess of the claim, how much money is remaining in the workman compensation, that will be profit. Profit we can distribute among the old partners. So here 2A's capital, 2B's capital, 2C's capital, like that we can credit it. Then remaining amount is 30. When 30 we are distributing in the ratio of 2:1, then the amount will be so 12,000, 12,000, 6,000 it will come. Now this case also over. Then remember, after the admission, when we are preparing the balance sheet, this item will come in the liability side of the balance sheet. Writing will be claim for workman compensation, and this item will not come in the balance sheet liability side because this we debited, so it is cancelled. And in the first case, nothing is coming in the workman compensation reserve will not come in the balance sheet liability side because it is adjusted, it is debited and cancelled. It is automatically adding in the capital account credit side. So capital account is increasing. Then here also capital account is increasing with this much amount. So second case also over. Now we can move to the third case. And the third case is saying that the claim amount is the same as that 80. So this will not come because there is no profit to distribute among the partner. So I think you got the journal entry. Entry will be what? This debit with 80 and claim we are crediting with 80. That only. So workman compensation reserve. Debit, that is 80,000. Then claim for workman compensation. Workman compensation. And this is 80, this also 80. That entry is over. And instead of writing claim for workman compensation, we can write a provision for workman compensation also. We can write a provision for workman compensation. Okay. Provision for workman compensation also we can write instead of claim for workman compensation. Then third case also completed. Now we are moving to fourth case. Here fourth case is saying that here this one claim is 1 lakh. Then balance sheet 80,000 is there. So more amount of claim 20,000 more we have to find. 80,000 is there in the reserve that we can take, but it is not sufficient. The actual claim is 1 lakh. So 20,000 more we have to find out. Then here we have to credit to claim for workman compensation. How much amount? 1 lakh. Claim for workman compensation. This we have to credit with 1 lakh. Then reserve, workman compensation reserve. Maximum amount is there in the reserve 80 only. So here we can write 80. Then here 20,000 rupees less. That 20,000 we have to debit in another account. Which account will debit this one? This we can debit it through revaluation account. Okay. So at the time of admission we are preparing revaluation account. Our purpose is when the value of assets and liabilities are changing, then this changes we are making through revaluation account. So here 20,000 rupees loss is there. This loss we have to create through revaluation account. In this case some profit is there. That profit we are not creating through revaluation account because from the reserve directly we are transferring to capital account. No need of transferring this 30,000 to revaluation account. Then from revaluation account to the capital account, that is not directly we are transferring to capital account if a profit is there. But if a loss is there, then we are debiting revaluation account. So here the debit will be revaluation account debited to then workman compensation reserve debit 80, revaluation account debit 20 to claim for workman compensation 1 lakh. And this 20,000 we have to distribute among the partner. After writing this journal entry, if some other items are there for the revaluations, then automatically in the revaluation account other item also coming, and lastly the difference we are transferring to capital account. Okay, if this only there is no revaluation of other revaluations are not there, then this revaluation is what expense or loss or income. This one, this revaluation account we debited 20,000. This is what my question is whether it is a loss or income. It is a debited. Revaluation account is a nominal account. According to nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses. So here we debited, that is why it is a loss. So this loss we have to transfer to capital account. Then the entry will be this account is a debit balance. This account we have to credit. So the next entry will be old partners capital account debtor to revaluation account. And this 20,000 will distribute among the old partners in the old ratio. Okay, so one more entry is there if we are considering to transfer that revaluation loss. Okay, that entry I am not writing here. You have to write that entry also. Entry will be A is capital account debit, B is capital account debit, C is capital account debit to revaluation. To revaluation will be 20. Then this 20 you distribute among the old partner. Then amount will come that 20 divided by 5, it is coming for, then amount will be 8,000, 8,000, 4,000 will be, that amount is coming to the old partners. Okay, old partners. Then contingency. Now I told the treatment of workman compensation reserve. Contingency reserve is given. It's a treatment we will like that only. We have to see the balance sheet what is given. Outside the balance sheet what is given. Accordingly, this 4 cases also will be there. There is no information and the claim will be less than the reserve. Claim may be equal to the reserve and the claim may be more than the reserve. Accordingly, we have to pass the journal entries. Okay, now we can go to that investment fluctuation reserve, this one. So here, if an investment fluctuation reserve is given in the liability side, most probably one item will be there in the asset side. This is given in the liability side of the balance sheet. One more item will be there in the asset side, that will be investment. Okay, one amount also will be there. Its meaning is investment is one of the asset. It means we have invested our money in shares and debentures, and the market value of shares and debentures are changing every day according to the stock exchange changes. Stock exchange rate is changing, then automatically how many shares, how much money we invested in shares and debentures, that value also change every day. So to meet that loss or that profit, we created one reserve. Okay, it is written fluctuation. When the investment values are fluctuating daily, to meet that expenses or to meet that loss, we created one reserve. That reserve is known as investment fluctuation reserve. That is why I told if investment fluctuation reserve is given in the liability side, then automatically asset side investment will be there. One asset will be there. Okay. Then here the treatment of this item, to decide the treatment, we have to see what is the value of investment here, and one more information will be given. At present, what is the value of investment? Again, I'm repeating, here one investment amount is given in the balance sheet and one additional information also will be there. So this amount and additional information we are comparing. Then depending upon that difference amount, our treatment we have to decide. Okay, so through the one question we can study this one. Once again I am telling, it's a treatment. Here 3 amount will be there. 2 amount will be there in the balance sheet. Investment will be in the asset side, investment fluctuation reserve will be there in the liability side, and one more information will be there outside the balance sheet in additional information. Then we will compare this amount and additional information. So this information will be outside the balance sheet. What is given, that will be the correct value or the present value of investment. This investment will be the old value. So this value and the present value we are comparing. Then how much difference is there? That difference we have to adjust from this investment fluctuation reserve. So with the help of one question, we can study that. Okay, here one question, illustration 46 I am explaining. Then okay, listen. Firstly we can read the question. A, B and C sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1 decide to admit a D for 1/5 share with effect from 1st April 2017. There 3 old partners are there. They are sharing in 3:2:1 and D is coming for 1/5 share. An extract of their, the meaning of extract will be only few items only 2 items only we taken from the balance sheet. Some other item also there in the balance sheet, but we are taking only 2 items. Okay, only what is the item required for studying one topic here, that only we taken. That is the meaning of extract. Full item of balance sheet is not given, only 2-3 items only given. An extract of their balance sheet as at 31st March 2017 is, here investment fluctuation reserve 30,000, investments 5 lakh. Here it is written at cost. Its meaning is when we purchased the investment, then the value was 5 lakh. Okay, at cost means the purchase price. So investment we purchased for 5 lakh rupees, and the value of investment can change any time. So here 5 alternatives are given. So we will, this amount and this amount we will compare. Then depending upon that amount, we will write the journal entry. Then here the 5 cases are, first case is if there is no other information. Then it means if there is no other information means the value of investment is the same only. 5 lakh only the value of investment. Second, if the market value of investment is 5 lakh, then they are giving that they studied about that investment and they found that the value is 5 lakh, and here also it is 5 lakh. It means the case 1 and 2 is the same only. If no information for the new value is it is then the value we are assuming that it will be same as the balance sheet amount. So here no other information means value will be 5 lakh, and here it is given the 5 lakh, value is 5 lakh. So in both the two cases the treatment will be same. Then third one, if the market value of investment is 4 lakh 82, here it is 5 lakh. So when we are studying about this two amount, we can understand how much amount is decreased here. This is a new value. So here value of investment is decreasing. Here how much amount is decreasing? 18,000 is decreasing. Then this 18,000 we have to adjust from this 30. Then 12,000 profit is there. Okay, 30 minus 18, 12,000 profit is there. That 12,000 we have to distribute among the partner. So here in the third case, this much step we have to make. First of all, investment value we have to reduce it. We have to make it 4 lakh 82, means 18,000 we have to reduce. So one entry will be for reducing the value of investment to 18 to this amount, means 18,000 we have to reduce, and the second entry will be that loss we have to adjust from this amount, and the balance we have to distribute among the partners. That much entries are there. And one more thing you listen, we studied that when the value of assets and liabilities are changing, that is changes we have to make it through revaluation account. But here when the value of investment is one of the asset, when the value of investment is decreasing, then we are not using revaluation account in third case, because for this earlier well in advance we created one reserve to adjust the changes in investment. So the reserve 30,000 is there with us, and here the value is changing 18 only. So this 18,000 we can adjust from this 30. That is why this investment changes we are not making through in revaluation accounts. Suppose the loss, the value of investment is decreasing, is 40,000. Means the new value is 4 lakh 60. Then 40,000 decrease is there. Then this 30,000 is not sufficient. Then extra 10,000 is coming. That we will adjust from revaluation accounts. Okay, that case also coming. Then the fourth case, if the market value of investment is 4 lakh 55. Okay, the just now I told that case is coming here. So 4 lakh 55 is the new value. Old value is 5 lakh. So how much value is decreasing? 45. Okay, 45,000 value of investment is decreasing. Then here 30 only there. So 15,000 more we have to find out. That will be through revaluation accounts. Okay, while writing the journal entry you will get more. Then next one, if the market value of investment is 5 lakh 24. Here 5 lakh. Here 5 lakh 24. Value of investment is increasing. And this reserve we created, if value is decreasing, then to meet that loss, this reserve we created. But here it is increasing. So here this full amount, this 30,000 directly we can transfer to old partners capital account. Then value of investment we have to increase with 24,000. So to increase that value, we are using revaluation account. Okay, through revaluation account, this value we are increasing. Then after that, that revaluation profit 24,000 is there. This we have to distribute among the partner. So these are the different cases. So I am going to write the journal entries in all the cases. So case 1 and 2, here the same answer only there, because no information means the value will be the same 5 lakh. And if here second case it is given, value is 5 lakh. So case 1 and 2, the answer will be same. This question is illustration 46. 46. So case 1 and 2. same answer. First of all, the value of investment is given 5 lakh, balance sheet also 5 lakh, so there is no need of increasing the value, there is no need of decreasing the value. So how much reserve, investment fluctuation reserve, how much it is there, this we have to distribute among the partner. So the entry will be investment fluctuation reserve debit. The balance sheet, the amount is given 30,000 you are writing here. Then 2, that 3 partner, name of the partners are A, B, C. A is capital, B is capital, A is capital accounts. Then here 30,000 we have to distribute in the profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is 3:2:1. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. Then this will be 5 will come. Then here 10 will come. And here 15 will come. So that first question, this only the one journal entry only required. Then second case also written. Now third case. In third case, once again we can think about the question. It is given value of investment is 5 lakh and market value is given 4,82,000. Okay. Here 5 lakh, 4,82,000. So 18,000 we have to reduce the value of investment. So to reduce the value of investment is an asset. Okay. To reduce the value we have to, last day I given the American approach. According to American approach, this one. If value of asset we want to decrease, then what we have to credit that item. Okay. Asset we have to credit. So here we have to write to investment to reduce the value of that asset name is investment. So to investment. So we are comparing the balance sheet amount and the new amount. Then it is coming 18,000. Investment we have to decrease 18,000. So here it is coming 18. Okay, investment account, when we are crediting with this amount, the investment value is decreasing with this much amount. Then investment fluctuation reserve, this we have to debit the balance sheet amount. 30,000 is given. Okay, so in the 18,000 we are using to decrease the value of investment. The difference 12,000 that will be profit. This is the profit we are distributing among the partner. So here 2 A is capital, 2 B is capital, 2 C is capital. How much is the profit? The difference is 12,000. 12,000 when we are distributing in 3:2:1, then 12. Here it will come 6,000, then here 4,000, and here 2,000. Okay, so this there is no other things, because investment value we decreased, the balance of fluctuation reserve we transferred it to capital accounts, fluctuation reserve we debited with the full amount. So third case is over. Okay, now fourth case, the new value of investment is given 4,55,000. Okay, so to investment value we have to decrease, that is why investment account we are crediting. So to investment, the difference of 4,55,000, this one 4,55,000 is the new value and the old value is 5 lakh, so its difference is 45. So 45,000 we have to decrease. So to decrease the value of investment, here we are writing 245. Okay, to investment is 45. Then investment fluctuation reserve, investment fluctuation reserve we have to debit, maximum amount is 30. Then 45 we have to reduce from investment, and maximum amount of reserve is 30 only. Here 15,000 is there. This is 15,000 we have to find from revaluation. Revaluation account debit. Okay, so total 45 we decreased when we credited it to investment value decreased. and 30 investment purchase reserve, maximum amount we utilized, then also 15 we have to find out, so revaluation account we are debiting. Then this revaluation account is debited, means this much loss is there, loss we have to distribute among the old partner. Then one more entry will come, that entry A is capital, B is capital, C is capital, this we have to debit, and revaluation account here debited, here we are crediting now for cancelling dash. So revaluation is 15, then the amount will be 7500 will come, and this is 5000, this is 2500. Then fourth case is over. Then fifth case, market value is 5,24,000 and here it is 5 lakh. Value of investment is we have to make this amount, means we have to increase the value of investment, and to increase the value of investment we have to debit it. So here we are writing investment account debit. We need to increase it 24,000. Then this increase we have to make it through revaluation account. Okay, reserve, investment purchase reserve we are using to decrease the amount of investment, not to increase. Okay, so when it is increasing we can use a revaluation account. Here this much amount of profit is there, so if a profit is there, revaluation account we have to credit it. Revaluation account is a nominal account. Nominal account rule is credit all income and gains. So here we have to write a 2 revaluation. So this is 24. So now what we done? The purpose of this journal entry is to increase the value of investments. Okay, that is done. Now investment fluctuation reserve we have to distribute among the old partner. That entry, investment fluctuation reserve debits to A is capital, B is capital, C is capital. That amount you are knowing now, 30,000 is the fluctuation reserve. We are to distribute among the partners in old ratio. So the amount will be 15, then 10, then 5. Then this revaluation account, this much profit we have to distribute among the old partner. Then this credited account we have to debit it. Okay, then that entry will be this revaluation account debit to A is capital, then B is capital, C is capital. Amount you are knowing, the amount is 24. 24 we are distributing among them. Then here 12,000, here this will be 6,000. So balance is 8,000 is coming. Now 24,000. Here 6,000. Okay, that amount how much it is coming, we can take it. So 24,000 divided by 3:2 what is the 3:2:1. Okay, then here it's half amount 12 is coming, balance amount is 12. Okay, here it will be 684. Okay, 8,000 and this will be 4,000. Okay, then its treatment is over. Study this carefully, and the coming questions we will this type of adjustment also we can see in the coming questions. Okay, now we are seeing what are the journal entries are required. Okay, one more thing I want to add. In this question, if we are making the balance sheet, in the new balance sheet, here one balance sheet is given. Then after that, so after the journal entries are written, if you are making the balance sheet, in the balance sheet, the value of investment will be, we have to change it. So this will be the new value of investment we have to show in the balance sheet. Okay. So first case, if there is no other information, means the value of investment is not changed. So in the new balance sheet, this is the amount of investments. Second case also the value will be 5 lakh only. In third case, this is the new value. So this we have to show in the balance sheet. Okay. And here this amount will not take in the new balance sheet. In this case, the fourth case, this is the value is coming in the balance sheet, and this also coming in the balance sheet. And investment fluctuation reserve will not come in the new balance sheet because it is already adjusted to capital. Okay, that amount is already adjusted to change the value of investment or the balance amount that we transfer to capital. That is why this will not come in the new balance sheet, because that is a distributed. Okay, then we can go to 2-3 small questions. Then 44A. See, A, B and C are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 2:1. On 1st April 2017, they admitted Z for 1/4 share. On the date of admission, the following items appeared in their balance sheet: general reserve, workman commission reserve, profit loss accounts, advertisement suspense, pass necessary journal entries. Okay, only journal entry only we have to write. And general reserve, workman compensation reserve is an example of specific reserve. Okay, and no information is given regarding this 40,000, means there is no claim. Any claim is there or not? A question is silent. So it means there is no claim. So if there is no claim, then the full amount we can transfer to old partners capital account. The full amount will be profit. So in the first 3 items, journal entry will be, this will be homework. I am explaining. General reserve, workman commission reserve, for profit loss account, it is given CR. So these all the items are there in the liability side. Its the journal entry will be, we can write one compound journal entry. That journal entry will be, these all the account we can debit, because these all are credit balance item. When we are distributing this we have to debit. So the entry will be general reserve account debit. This is the amount. Workman commission reserve debit 40. Profit loss account debit 60,000, and credit will be old partner ABC. To A's capital, to B's capital, to C's capital. How much amount is coming total? That is a 2,50,000 we have to distribute in 2:1 ratio. Okay. Then another entry for this item. This is given in the asset side of the balance sheet. Advertising suspense is an example of accumulated loss, or it is a fictitious asset. Then its journal entry will be A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to advertisement suspense. This is 25,000 we have to distribute in the old ratio. Fine. Okay, that is over. Then 45 also I will explain. That only entries only asking there. PQ where partners are sharing profits in the ratio of 2:1. On 1st April 2017, they admitted R as a new partner, and the new profit sharing ratio of PQR is agreed 3:1:1. R brought in 2 lakh as his capital and 60,000 as his share of premium for goodwill. On the date of R's submission, the balance sheet of P and Q showed a credit balance of 45,000 in profit loss accounts and a workman commission reserve of 8,000. It was agreed that there was a claim of workman compensation for ₹50. Then here it is a reserve is 80 and the actual claim is 50. Pass the necessary journal entries. Okay. Then when you are solving this question, firstly you need to find out the sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio, it is coming 1:2. To find out the sacrifice ratio, which equation you are using? Old ratio minus new ratio. So P and Q, that we will get, they are sacrificing in 1:2. Then goodwill, he is bringing 2 lakh and 60,000 his share of goodwill. Okay, then the two entries will be bank account debits to R's capital, to premium for goodwill. That is the first entry is coming. Then after that, premium for goodwill account debit to P's capital to Q's capital. Okay, these two entries are coming for the capital and premium for goodwill. Then next we can see profit loss account 45,000 is there, workman compensation reserve 80 is there, then claim is 50. Okay, then we can write a separate entry for that one. First of all, this entry, what is entry for this 45,000 in the profit loss account? And here it is saying that a credit balance, so that is why this we can see in the liability side of the balance sheet. So its entry will be profit and loss account debited to P's capital, Q's capital. In old ratio, this will be distributed. Then this is over. Next, the entry for 80 and this 50. Okay, entry will be workman compensation reserve debit 80,000 to claim for workman compensation 50,000. Then to P's capital to Q's capital, that difference 30,000 we are distributing in this ratio. This is old ratio 2:1. Okay, that answer is over. Then investment fluctuation reserve, this I am not explaining. This you solve because we see in the illustration I explained very clearly. Now we are going to question number 47. Okay, that we can do now. 47. Charu and Deepika were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2. They admitted Isha as a new partner and the new profit sharing ratio agreed 4:3:2. On the date of Isha's admission, the balance sheet of Charu and Deepika showed a general reserve of 1,20,000. Debit balance of profit loss account 40,000. Debit balance of profit loss account, so it is will be there in the asset side. It is accumulated loss. Investment 2 lakh and investment fluctuation reserve 60,000. Then the following was agreed upon Isha's admission. Isha will bring 3 lakh as her capital and her share of premium in cash. Goodwill of the firm valued 1,80,000. Okay, goodwill of the firm is given 1,80,000. So Isha's share of premium will be 1,80,000 into what is Isha's share. That new ratio is given in the question. According to that, it is coming 2 upon total is 9. So it will come 40,000. Okay, 40,000 money she will bring. Then the market value of investment is 2,30,000. Here investment is 2 lakh. Market value of investment is 2,40,000. That's 2,30,000 means the value of investment is increasing. So that increase we have to make it through revaluation accounts. Pass necessary journal entries. Okay. Then this question, first of all, you need to find out the sacrifice ratio. I am not going to that one. Here it is given 7:3. Then with that I am continuing. Okay. 7:3 is the sacrifice ratio. So I am not calculating that sacrifice ratio because we specially studied that topic. So I am going to that journal entry part. So one by one we can see. Then firstly, when the new partner is bringing the capital and the premium, new partner's name is Isha. Then the first entry will be bank account debit to Isha's capital to premium for goodwill. Isha's capital, it is given 3 lakh. See the question. Then premium for goodwill, that we calculated here and we got 40,000. This is coming new partner's share. New partner's share it is given. New ratio is agreed 4:3:2. This is a new partner share. So 2 upon 9. So 2 upon 9 when we are calculating on 1,80,000. Then okay, 40,000 is coming. So here 40,000 we can write. Then total amount will be 3,40,000. So the first entry is over. Then next entry, premium for goodwill to the old partner's name as Charu and Divika, to Charu's capital, then to Deepika capital. This is 40,000. You need to find out the sacrifice ratio. Then it is coming 7:3. Then 28,000, 12,000. 7/10, 3/10. 7:3 is the. Then capital and premium for goodwill treatment is over. Then in the question it is given market that one general reserve is given there, profitless account also given. Profitless account it is given debit balance. Separate entry we can write. Then to distribute the general reserve is a credit balance item, so to distribute we have to debit it. General reserve debits to old partner. In which ratio? In old ratio. General reserve it is given 1,20,000. Old ratio is 3:2, 3/5, 2/5. So how much it is coming? 75 and 50. 1,20,000 divided by 5. Sorry. 1,20,000 divided by 5. It is coming 24,000. Then 24,000 into 2. Here 48. Then 24 into 3, 72. Total is okay, matching. So general reserve is distributed in 3:2 ratio. Then next one profitless account debit balance is given. Its treatment will be profitless account is a debit balance. So for distributing that loss we have to credit a profitless account. So to profitless account debit will be Charu's capital account debits, Deepika's capital account debits to profitless account. Then that amount was 40. So here we have to write 40. This we have to distribute among the partner. So it will come 24/16. Okay. Then next investment 2 lakh is given and the new value of investment is 2,30,000. Okay, you read the question. The value of investment is 2 lakh and the new market value of investment is 2,30,000. Value of investment is increasing. So to increase the value of investment we need a revaluation account. Then investment, to increase the value of investment we have to debit the investment. Okay, so investment account debits to revaluation. The amount increasing is 30,000. Now investment fluctuation reserve, that the full amount will be profit we can distribute among the partner. So investment fluctuation reserve is a credit balance item. For distributing we have to debit it. Investment fluctuation reserve debits to that old partner, Charu's capital, Deepika's capital. Then fluctuation reserve it is given in the question. Investment fluctuation reserve 60. here it is a 24, then this divided by this is 12 into 3, 36. This also we are distributing in odd ratio, 3 by 5, 2 by 5. Then this is over. Then what else? Investment value we made, we increased the investment reserve. Now revaluation profit we got to 30. This we have to distribute among the partner. Then that entry will be revaluation account. Here we credited to distribute that, we have to debit that one. So the entry will be revaluation account debit to that old partner, Charu's capital, then to Deepika's capital. The amount revaluation profit how much? Revaluation 30. So 30,000 in 3 is to, that is 12, 18. Okay, answer of this question 47 is completed. Then 48 also. 48. First of all, we can read the question. A, B and C were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio 2:1. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2018 was as follows. Here one balance sheet is given there. A full balance sheet, many items are there. This is not an extract of balance sheet. Extract means only few selected item only will be given. Then here what are the items? Creditors are 20, bills payable 5, then general reserve is 40, workman compensation reserve is 35,000, investment fluctuation reserve 10,000, capital account of ABC this much amount, cash at the bank this, debtors is 60, stock 1,50,000, investments 40,000 is the value, but in the bracket market value is given. So this is the cost price or purchase price, and market value is 32. We have to make it this amount. This is a new value. 40 is given, so 32 is the new value. We have to reduce the value of investment. How much? 8,000. Then plant and machinery this much amount. Profit loss account 20,000. Then they admit D into partnership for 1/4 share on 1st April 2018. Give necessary journal entries to adjust accumulated profit and losses. Okay, so in this question, the accumulated losses means this only profit loss account. This is the loss. Then general reserve is accumulated profit. Workman compensation reserve, it is a specific reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve also specific reserve. And regarding workman compensation reserve, question is silent. Nothing, silent means no claim is given here. That is why the full amount we can distribute among the partner. So for general reserve and workman compensation reserve, we can write one journal entry. And for profit loss account, we can write another journal entry. Then for adjusting the investment, investment and this investment fluctuation reserve, we can write another journal entry. Then here regarding the goodwill, question is silent. What is the new partner's share of goodwill? Nothing is given. So goodwill's entry is not required. And no need of calculating sacrificing ratio, because in the question it is not asked. Here the thing is, give necessary journal entries to adjust the accumulated profit and losses. Okay, that is the topic. So one more question is given there. In that question, okay, it is a little bigger question. So this question we can solve, and tomorrow onwards we are concentrating. All the adjustment will be there. It means maybe calculation of new ratio will be there, sacrificing ratio will be there, treatment of goodwill will be there, revaluation of assets and liabilities will be there, treatment of accumulated profits and losses, that everything will be there in one question. So that type of questions we will solve tomorrow onwards. That is a big question. So this question also I am telling. Okay, now please note. I think I need to just, instead of writing, I will tell. Okay, not the entries. Firstly, the entry for this two item, general reserve and workman compensation reserve, the journal entry will be this account we have to debit. So entry will be general reserve account debit 40, workman compensation reserve debit 35, then 2A is capital, 2B is capital, 2C is capital. The total amount divided in 2:2:1. This is the first journal entry. And this is journal entries. If you are writing the entries just now, you can pause the video in between, and after writing that, you can continue it. Okay. So this is two journal entries. Narration will be accumulated profits distributed among the partner. Then next entry will be for this one. Entry will be A is capital account debit, B is capital account debit, C is capital account debit to profit and loss accounts. To profit and loss account is 20,000, and they are debited in this ratio 2:2:1, and its narration will be accumulated loss distributed among the partner. So two entries are over. Now next one more journal entry. One entry only required for adjusting this investment and all. That entry will be investment fluctuation reserve account debit 10,000. Then to investment 8,000. Then 2,000 is the difference. Then to A is capital accounts, to B is capital accounts, to C is capital accounts. That 2,000 is distributed in 2:2:1 ratio. Okay, this is the last journal entry. Its narration will be the value of investment reduced from investment fluctuation reserve, and the remaining amount distributed among the partners. Okay, these are the journal entries which we have to write for this question. Okay, then once again I am reminding you, study all the journal entries today itself. Tomorrow we need to solve that one question which is having all the adjustments, so it will be difficult if you did not study. That is why seriously you have to spend your time. Okay, thank you.